A sheriff's department has 2 missing rifles stolen from the armory. Tonight, the first look at the investigation that spanned more than 2 years. The special report is our top story at 6. Good evening, I'm Eric Marote.
And I'm Stephanie Lucier. The rifles and ammunition disappeared from the Adams County Sheriff's Department, and there are suspicions of an inside job.
Mikel Lauber is looking into the investigation, and he shows us what he found.
It's the kind of serious case that demands a quick resolution. But for more than 2 years, there was only silence about how weapons and ammo went missing from the Adams County Sheriff's Department armory. News Channel 7 has filed multiple open records requests over the past year. Because the case remains open, no one would agree to talk to me on camera. But tonight we're able to bring you a first look at the case as recorded in official state and federal documents.
2 dangerous weapons stolen from the Adams County Sheriff's Department. A 2-year investigation by local, state, and federal agents, and still no answers. It's a case that raises suspicions of corruption and even criminal activity inside the Sheriff's Department. Questions were first raised on October 21st of 2008, when 2 members of the Sheriff's Department noticed weapons and ammunition missing from the department's secured armory. Lieutenant David Carlson and investigator Mark Bitsky noticed a 700 Remington, the department's only sniper rifle, as well as one of the department's M14 semi-automatic rifles, and hundreds of rounds of ammo were gone. They reported it to Captain Les Beckman, who immediately suspected Chief Deputy David July. That's because earlier Beckman had seen boxes of ammunition matching what was missing from the armory in the back of July's truck. These are photos those employees took to document what they saw. Their next step was to call a meeting with Chief Deputy July and Sheriff Darrell Renner to alert them about the missing guns. Chief Deputy July initially claimed to know nothing about the missing items, but later admitted to the sheriff he took the ammunition. He claims he was testing his staff just to see if anyone would notice the ammo was missing. He returned the ammunition but denied having taken the rifles. In statements and interviews, co-workers say they didn't feel the sheriff and chief deputy were taking the missing weapons seriously, and they didn't buy Chief Deputy July's story that he was just testing them. That's when the State Department of Criminal Investigations was brought in to handle what was now officially considered a case of stolen weapons. The question, how do dangerous weapons inside a sheriff's department go missing without anyone noticing? First, there was no security video to show what happened. And although there were only 3 keys to the armory, almost anyone inside could have had access. Chief Deputy July kept 1 key in a safe. A second was shared by investigators, but the state DCI discovered a 3rd key kept on a key ring in the department's dispatch center. With the state's investigation stalled just 4 months ago, the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms got involved, conducting polygraphs, more commonly known as lie detector tests. The 2 employees who originally reported the crime were asked to take that test. Investigator Bitsky refused, as recommended by his law enforcement union. Lieutenant Carlson took the test, but the results were inconclusive. Chief Deputy July also agreed to take the test, but the results were not in his favor. It indicated he was not being truthful when he said he didn't take the rifles and didn't know where they were. But that doesn't mean he's guilty according to the law. No matter what the results, a polygraph test cannot be used as evidence in court. But the tests did throw investigators an interesting curve, revealing more distrust and animosity in the department. Unhappy with the current leadership, Lieutenant Carlson admitted that at one time, he, Bitsky, and Beckman talked about framing July for stealing weapons. He says they never followed through, but couldn't remember if that conversation happened before or after those guns went missing.
The Adams County District Attorney tells me this is a very serious and disturbing case, and although there's not enough evidence to charge anyone criminally at this time, the case remains open. He says he's glad the records are finally being made public. Last November, Sheriff Renner was defeated in the election by one of his deputies, Sam Wallen, and his term will end in January. The department's internal investigation is still ongoing, but so far no one has been disciplined.
And you can see those documents released in this case on WSAW.com.